Alright, welcome back, Hatt Clan fam. I got an awesome lesson for you this week. This week we are checking out how to play Lost in the Night by Palace. This was a song request by a student of mine, and I'm super excited about breaking it down because they showed me the song, and I was immediately hooked to it, and I was just vibing with it. It's a super awesome song. We're going to talk about the chord parts and then the little lead lines, but before we do that, I just want to offer up, if anybody is interested in digging deeper in any of this type of stuff, or any of the theory or technique lessons on my channel, definitely consider sending me an email and signing up for a private lesson with me. I got a couple different spots open where I'm accepting new students, so if you're interested in that, definitely feel free to send me an email and we can set that up. But enough of that, let's zoom in and break it down. Alright, so let's go over the song here. We just have 4 different chords that kind of circle throughout the entire progression, and then we have the little lead lines here. Basically, the song is in the key of G. We're going to have a G chord, to a C chord, to a G7 chord, and to an A minor 7 chord. And that's just going to circle over and over again here. So a regular old G chord, I'm playing it with these fingers, so I'm using my 3rd, 2nd, and 4th finger. That's going to lend myself really easy to get to the C chord on the next chord here. And then my G7, and then my A minor 7. And basically what we're going to kind of have here is something that sounds like this. So G, C, G7, A minor 7, and then there's this little lead line that kind of happens in between that. That's just going to be open 3rd string to hammer onto the 2nd fret of that 3rd string. So G, C, G7, A minor, and that's just going to cycle over and over again. And you can also see that I'm adding in these chuck rhythms, so if you listen to the original recording, so that kind of idea is happening really kind of like if you're thinking about like beats 2 and 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's kind of like, you know, intermittent depending on, you know, where your kind of style is and where that, but that's kind of what's going on in the original record. So G, C, G7, A minor, lick. So remember, if you're not familiar with that G7, maybe you're used to playing it this way, or maybe like this, or maybe like this, or maybe even like this. This version of this G7 down here is just our open position here. So you're going to have 3, 2, open, 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 1. And then a regular C major chord, nothing on the lowest string, you're going to have 3, 2, open, 1, open. And then A minor 7, nothing on the thickest string, open, 2, open, 1, open. Now let's zoom in with the electric guitar here and we'll break down those little lead lines. So this is a super cool lick. It's kind of almost got like this pedal steel vibe. In fact, it might actually be originally on a pedal steel guitar or a lap steel guitar. I'm not sure because I couldn't really come across any live versions of this, only just recorded versions. But really, basically, what's really awesome about this lick is it follows the exact chord progression that's going on down here, and that's what I love about it because it's so melodic. So it follows the G chord to the C to the G7 to the A minor. Basically, we're up here in our first position of our G major pentatonic. And what's really cool about this is it kind of deals with the first position and then the 5th extension of it. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go from my 14th fret of my G string, I'm going to bend that up a whole step, real nice and slow. And then immediately after that, on the 12th fret of the B, and then the 15th fret of the B. So we're going to go. That's the first part. And that first bend is real subtle and slow. Real kind of milking it, right? Then we're going to jump all the way over here to the 12th fret of the D. And and we're going to bend that up a whole step. Now, because this is on the D string, there's a couple different ways. You can either bend it up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. Whatever you're most comfortable with. And immediately after you do that bend, you're going to slide up to the note that you just bent to, so the 14th fret on the D, and you're going to give that vibrato. So you're going to have... And this is the part that follows the G7 chord. You have the F, E, so that's going to be on the D string again, and that's going to be 15 to 14. So all in succession. And again, the thing to understand here is to really kind of like milk those bends. You know, you got to give it a lot of soul. So you're not just bending it right away. You're real subtle into it. So all together. Vibrato on top. Alright guys, that was the lesson. I hope you really liked it. Let me know what you'd like to see next, and consider subscribing if this is the first time that you've ever come across my channel. I post new videos every single week with all kinds of awesome content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.